This is a fun video for how to sharpen a knife properly. There is no unique and no best way to sharpen a knife. The sharpening method, direction, the tool, and technique all depends on the knife itself and on the preference on how you use the knife. So some people like to cut out and some people like to cut in. So most of the people just cut like this. Sometimes they cut downwards. So the direction of the sharpening and the sharpen technique will all depend on your preferences to cut food. So this is very simple to understand. I use sharpening lines as a way to understand the logic behind sharpening. So the knife is going to cut into the food. So the lines will have to go at an angle of 30 degrees into the knife so that the food will slide along these sharpening lines. So in case you like to poke your food, then the lines will have to go from this. In case you like to chop the food, the lines will have to go 90 degree, or if you like to chop it in a slightly tilting motion, then the lines will have to go at an angle of 80, 75, 85 degrees. So this is how it works during the sharpening process. So technically you just cut or you glide the blade on the sharpening stone, a stone that is a bit soft and can absorb moisture, sandstone or any other wet stone that you like. Ceramic can also be used, even wood can be used, but it just takes longer. The easiest is just the typical wet sharpening stone. Yeah. This will go like this. Just slide it. This is maybe about 45 to 30 degrees. So the knife will be aligned about 30 degrees at the edge to the sharpening stone. And then you will gently slide it into the stone, so as if the knife is gently cutting into the stone as if it is food. So later on the food is going to be in the position of the sharpening stone. So the motion is fairly simple for basic knives. This side will go down. The lower the angle, the lower the angle at which you hold the knife against the sharpening stone, the lesser mistakes you can make. If you hold it like at a very stiff and high angle, then you're gonna mess up the knife actually. But if you're just gonna glide it, then it's gonna be easier and there are going to be less mistakes. Okay, and the other side. Let's see if it's possible to zoom in. As the edge is fairly sharpened. So on the opposite side, just turn around, and this time it will go up. So these lines. You don't have to paint the lines, but once you understand them, the cutting lines, which the food will slide along when it's cut. And it's actually easy to understand sharpening. Just a 30-degree angle, these cutting lines, it's a fairly basic angle for this, maybe 45 degrees, no? Like this would be 45 degrees. This will be 0, 90, 45. And this will be about 30. It just slides into the sharpening stone at a low angle, not much pressure. Just aligning the molecular structure along the cutting lines so that later on the knife will just slide into the food. And this is actually all about friction. Lesser friction, easier to cut, because the food will slide along the sharpening lines, just like shark skin. Okay, the other side was down. Okay, down. One mistake you can make is just pull it up and down, up and down, up and down. It's gonna mess the sharpening lines a lot. So just pull it into one direction and then up one direction. Turn. In case you just want to repeat and don't bother that much about the physics and how things work on the molecular level, just this side down, turn around, up. Of course the wet stone should be wet. In this demonstration it's just not wet. I hope it helps. So have fun. This is a test before sharpening. Paper, folded paper, does not cut. Banana, does cut a little. Apple, does not cut the surface very well. Here is the final demonstration of the sharpened knife after all the steps, like sharpening with the sharpening lines on the stone and after polishing on wood a little, just a little. So the line, the sharpening line runs like this. So the food will come from this direction into the knife and then it's gonna be cut like this. Nobody cuts the food like this. So in case you are sharpening your knife up and down, it's okay, but it's not the way tools are sharpened in factories or knives are sharpened in kitchens usually. So now let's see some demonstrations on apple. This apple has a very tough skin. It's not even ripe apple. So because the sharpening lines, if I tap it like this, nothing happens. Not much happens. Some happens, but not much. But it was sharpened for the use as a cutting knife to cut like this, not from up and down. So at an angle, if I tap at an angle, at the angle at which the knife is actually going to cut, then something will happen. Look. Like this, not much. Just a little. But like this, at the angle at which the knife is actually going to cut. Yes. Or the foot is not going to come from this direction. So it was pointless to sharpen it like this. The foot will come from this direction. So from this direction, look, it doesn't cut much. Because the sharpening lines are not aligned in this way. Doesn't cut much. But from the direction of the cutting, like it's going to be used, it cuts in. This is why sharpening lines are important. So whenever you see people saying this is the best way to sharpen a knife, or you have to sharpen it in this way or in that way, it's all a little bit a lie, because it all depends on the preferences of the user, and it all depends on the knife. Now let's see the typical paper cutting demonstration. This was cut when the knife was unsharp. Now let's see what happens. Stick it in and then down. See, there's still some wiggling. And now if I hold the knife at the angle at which it was sharpened, now see what happens. It's a clean cut. It's 90-degree angle. It's not going to be clean. It's not a clean cut. So this is the importance of the sharpening angles. I hope you understand this. Have fun.